Okay. All right. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. And a very good afternoon to everyone. MashaAllah. Okay, so how many people do we have today? Wow. Okay, so we have 200 and something, 32 participants, mashallah. Okay, so everyone who is here today, I would consider serious Muet candidates. So are you all okay? Okay, assalamualaikum. Are you all okay, guys?
Waalaikumsalam.
Right. Okay, so alhamdulillah, today is a Saturday. Okay, today is a Saturday. So I'm sure anyone who is willing to sacrifice their Saturday afternoon, okay, baik tidur ke apa ke kan. So I'm sure those who sacrifice the afternoon, Saturday afternoon are really serious candidates. Okay, so I'd like to apologize for the delay. Just to let you know, I'm also streaming this on YouTube. So if you can't, if you have friends who can't access the Zoom or have slow connection, I'm streaming this on YouTube on my channel. So inshallah, hopefully today, I'm hoping to help as many people as I can. All right, inshallah. Okay. Right, so Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Hamda yuwafi ni'mahu wa yukafi'u mazidah. Ya Rabbana lakal hamdu kama yanbaghi li jalali wajhika wa 'azimi sultanik. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa barik wa salam. Okay, to officially start our session, let's all recite Al-Fatiha. Non-Muslims, you may recite your own prayer. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم. Amen. Okay. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, okay. So here we have candidates and I know there are teachers here too. It's okay. So I know that even for teachers, you're finding ways to help your students to understand the new format. Okay. The new format. So together, we hope that I hope that we can help students all over Malaysia, inshallah, for to sit for the Muet. Okay, so I'd like to ask for your permission. Okay, allow me to use both Bahasa and English in order for me to deliver the content today, inshallah. Okay. All right, so before we start, I'd like to please tell me where you are from. I see there's 239 people at the moment, alhamdulillah. Okay. So please tell me where are you from? I am joining from Perak. Good, thank you, Ira. Okay, so I need to get my energy going. So please tell me where you're coming from, where you're from. All right. Okay, from Perak, Kelantan. Kuantan, all over Malaysia. Sabah ba? Ada Sabah ba? Sabah? Sarawak? Terengganu, Selangor, Johor. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. All right. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you for all the responses. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so I now have, I'm sure that you're all here, okay, live with me. And so I'm not talking on my own, all right? Okay, so here, let me just briefly tell you, okay, within an hour, what will be happening, inshallah, okay? So as we can see here, I have promised to share with you tips for all 4 papers, okay, for all 4 papers. Nak kongsi tips untuk 4 paper memang sebenarnya mustahil, okay, mustahil dalam 1 jam sahaja, okay, only 1 hour. However, okay, I know my capacity, all right, and so many have asked for tips, okay, for all these 4 papers within this few weeks, all right. Especially those who will be facing yang akan menduduki MOD 3 Julai. Okay, ramai yang minta tips untuk semua paper. Jadi madam kata okay macam ni lah, okay. Nak buat kelas satu-satu memang tidak berkesempatan, okay, bagi Madam. Jadi, however, I still want to help. So today, Madam live on Zoom and also on YouTube, okay, supaya dapat bantu seramai yang boleh untuk muat new format ni. Okay, so overview. So I'd like to ask for your cooperation. I will share first, all right, the slides I prepared for you. Madam hari ini summarize tips yang paling utama untuk setiap paper. Okay, tips yang paling utama untuk setiap paper yang Madam nampak menjadi cabaran utama bagi kebanyakan calon Muet, MOD, CFR readiness, okay, lebih kurang sama je, okay. However, CFR readiness, teachers, cabaran mereka ni lain lah, okay. Alright, so the basic challenges. Alright, so after that, I have a few minutes of Q&A. Hopefully, we'll have time for that. Okay, so at that time, if you want to turn on your mic, whatnot, okay, masa tu boleh lah. Okay, sementara tu, let me finish all my slides first supaya Madam dapat sampaikan apa yang Madam dapat untuk sampaikan pada you all. And then, hopefully at the end, I'll let you turn on your mic. And if you have any questions, just put it in the chat box. Inshallah, at the end, I'll try to address as many questions as possible. However, only through Zoom. So if you are listening to me over YouTube, all right, I'm not able to open both screens at the same time, so I'll only be able to address the questions over Zoom. All right. Okay, so let's begin. So of course, to those who do not know me, I'm Madam Iman, Nurul Iman Ahmad Bukhari. Yes, I'm currently attached in University of Malaysia, Kelantan. All right. And I spent several months since last year, okay, in helping students in understanding the Muet. All right, so here, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to share with you the main concept of how to speed prepare for Muet. Okay, so as you can see here, ladies and gentlemen, I have summarized in this one slide, okay? In this one slide, what you really have to do in order to speed prepare for the Muet. Now, Madam faham ada yang 3 Julai. You dalam seminggu lagi, seminggu lagi you akan menduduki set for the MOD. Okay, so kita mohon dengan Allah Ta'ala supaya semua berjalan lancar dan masih kekal pada 3 Julai. Alright, so here I'd like to share is my main tips here is BFDH. Now, kalau my ketukians, my students, which I call ketukians, BFDH, dia orang dah tahu dah benda ni, okay? So here, I'd like to explain secara simple apa yang Madam bawa kepada my students, alright? Which is the first is B, then we have FBH. Okay, so the first and the utmost thing is always you have to have berkat and believe, okay? Barakah and believe. So before you even start being serious in preparing, memang you kena letak serah kepada Tuhan. Okay, untuk non-Muslims also, you serah kepada Tuhan, alright? And this is, you kena ambil kira berkat pada Tuhan ni memang melalui pelbagai cara, pelbagai channel, okay? So of course, you terus doa, solat hajat, okay? And then of course, you selalu zikir dan selawat. And then for any challenge, ladies and gentlemen, of course, you ask for the dua from your parents, from your friends and your teachers, okay? And always help your friends. If you sama-sama tengah prepare to Muet, sama-sama tolong, okay? And then of course, you have to believe in yourself. Even kalau you daripada zaman PMR, zaman UPSR, you memang rasa you tak pandai English, okay? And then you bawa benda tu sampai ke sekarang, memang you takkan dapat target you. Okay, so here you have to let bygones be bygones and you say, all right, English is doable, okay? And be positive whenever you're preparing. So that is the main thing, the first ever. Next, okay, F, format. You have, before you start preparing, make sure you familiarize yourself with the format. Okay, so here how, okay, how? Invest in good books. All right, invest in good books. Memang dekat internet ada macam-macam, okay? There are all these notes and everything. However, I always believe that if you are serious, you invest yourself, you get yourself a good book. So everything is in one place, all right? Sekarang kat Shopee ada, Lazada ada, so get yourself a good book. So here, this is where you have to study how many questions does the reading paper have? What types of questions does the reading paper have? And the same thing for writing, speaking, and all that. Okay, so in this class today, F is what I will be exposing to you, insyaAllah. Sedikit sebanyak, alright? Next, D, drill. Ini you memang kena drill. Drill yourself. Kata memang, semua tahu kan? Semua dah tahu you kena drill. Tapi drill tu, you yang mana drill macam buta-buta buat practice itu yang jadi kecundang. Ada yang tak drill langsung. Okay, so ni drill dengan ilmu itu penting. Alright, so that's why you have to know the format first, only then you drill yourself. Next, help. Okay. When you are drilling yourself and then you have doing exercise after exercise and you find that there's a certain questions that you don't know how to macam mana nak conquer, nak solve this kind of question, that kind of type. All right, this is where you need to refer to your friends. Kalau tak ada kawan-kawan yang boleh membantu, you cari balik your teacher. Okay, kalau form 6 you all sangat beruntung because you have your teacher yang memang muat teacher. Okay, to those in the university, you boleh tanya lecturer English you, okay, macam mana. All right, and there are a lot of mentors and tutors online, so manfaatkan benda ni. Okay, jangan bagi benda yang tertanya-tanya dalam kepala you bother you and mengganggu you dalam preparation you, right? Okay. All right, so well now, okay, I'll now move on to next slide. Okay, so we'll start with reading first. All right, we'll start with reading first. Okay. Now reading, ladies and gentlemen, out of all the tips that I know and I've been doing with the Katukians, my students, okay, the main thing is right here. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the main tips are here. Here, number one, you have to force yourself to complete at least three full-timed practice. Full-time ni maksud apa Full-timed? Okay, full-timed practice. Okay, so of course kita most people, okay, kebanyakan daripada you all yang tengah prepare for Muet mesti dah ada buku kan. Okay, dah ada buku, tengok soalan sana sini, buat sikit-sikit kan. Okay, so that is good. However, okay, you all perlu untuk letak timer set your timer dekat phone tu and then actually 75 minutes and tengok macam mana kemampuan you untuk jawab semua soalan tu dalam 1 jam dan 15 minit. Okay, so this is really important. Now, I know I have told to those yang biasa dengan Madam, okay, Madam pernah cerita dan Madam akan cerita lagi sekali, alright. So my main goal, okay, matlamat kenapa Madam sangat passionate untuk membantu calon-calon Muet, MOD, CFR readiness is because I've been in that place recently. Okay, 2019 I sat for my IELTS. Okay, I sat for my IELTS. So being a teacher, all right, being a teacher with a full schedule, all right, I did allocate time to prepare. However, I felt I was preparing on my own, okay. And so bila the day came, bila hari IELTS tu dah datang tu, okay, I think I felt that I was not well prepared. Okay, so I did not meet the target that I wanted. Okay, I was targeting band 8. Okay, so 8 ke 8.5 ke. However, I received a 7.5. So it was not my target. And so I look back, apa yang patut Madam sendiri buat, and it was all this, okay, preparation tanpa tahu familiarize dengan time. Okay, so I found reading boleh buat, however the time constraint was really suffocating. I did not do practice using the timer. Okay, so here, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you everything which I should have done. All right, okay, so this is very important, okay, so that you know what is your capability within 75 minutes. Okay, you perlu buat supaya you tahu dalam 70 minit ni you boleh sampai soalan mana. Okay, dan daripada situ, okay, from there, you be able to counter lah address kalau dalam 70 minit baru sampai soalan question 5. After 75 minutes only sampai question 6. So that means you still have to tingkatkan strategi you. Alright, so which brings to number 2. Alright, brings to number 2. So here this is where you have to try to detect your weaknesses. So yang satu ni dari segi masa, okay? Masa. Satu lagi, bila dah siap semua, you tengok, you tally sekali dengan jawapan, okay, skema jawapan tu, and then you see which parts. Okay, lepas tiga practice, you akan nampak yang mana you banyak dapat salah. Okay, part part 8, part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 or 7, alright? So today I like to show you, alright, if I could share with you the paper, okay, the past paper. Okay, ada yang dah tengok, ada yang belum tengok, so madam tunjukkan lah, alright. So for reading, okay, so here we have the reading paper, the past reading paper. Okay, I'm sure you all yang dah lama prepare ni, okay, dah pun tengok, okay. So, I just like to quickly go through to those yang mungkin first time tengok, right? Okay, so ini rupa dia, alright, yang sesi 1, session 1, 2021, okay? Alright, so we have part 1. Part 1 is in this kind of form, dah rupa macam ni, okay? So this one is the easiest one. So this would be the easiest one, part 1. So here you just have to answer the questions based on the non-linear or graphic that is given. Okay, so ini ada graphics. The text dia tak banyak. So ni paling mudah deh. Alright, next is part 2. Part 2 is also short text. Alright, this is an email. Okay, so email. And then nak jawab soalan. Kemudian part 3. So part 3 is a story. Dan part 3 ni memang yang madam analyze soalan, memang nature dia macam tu. Alright. It's more towards kind of like a literature, the stories, right? Okay. And then we move on to part 4. So part 4, there are 2 texts, okay? 2 texts yang berkaitan. Okay, part 4 ni dia 2 texts. Alright, 1 and 2. See, text 2. So 2 text ni dia berkaitan dan dia ada soalan dia, okay? Respective questions lah, macam ni, okay? Kalau you banding dengan the old format, okay, yang ni memang madam rasakan jauh lagi manageable, okay, bukan senang, manageable, okay. Alright, moving on to part 5. Okay, part 5 start challenging sikit di mana ada gaps, ada fill in the gaps ni, alright. So yang diberikan adalah ini. So these sentences untuk isi tempat kosong tadi. So yang ni dia bagi 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 jawapan option, tetapi yang ada kosong ni, okay, blanks ni ada 6 sahaja. So there's a trick question in there, right? Then moving on to part 6. Okay, part 6. So part 6 dengan part 7, as you can see, read a text on critical reading. So part 6 and part 7 ni, 2 ni sahaja dan yang rupa dia macam format lama. Okay, so kalau ada like my level and teacher's level, usually start part 6 ni dah rasa challenge dia. Okay, so as you can see, reading dia start daripada soalan senang dulu, and then it goes up to part 6 and part 7, di mana part 6 and 7 is the longest and also the highest level. Okay, nampak dah macam ni, alright. So there are questions like this. The writer begins the text by, and then in paragraph 2, what is the writer's opinion about critical reading? So ni ditanya pasal writer's opinion, okay. And then Also, you have to know how to understand, okay, nak faham you punya maksud tersirat, okay? Right. Okay, so that's basically it. That's the reading paper. Alright, so hari ni seperti mana Madam umumkan tadi, okay, Madam menyatakan tadi. So today memang Madam akan bagi tips yang general dulu, okay. So untuk you start off, alright, untuk you start your preparation, you tahu, okay, nak start kat mana. Ni aku ada buku, ni dah ada buku, and then I have practices. So what should I do first? Okay. Nak buat satu buku yang tebal tu memang mungkin tak mampu dah. Alright. Now, okay, so that is the reading paper, right? Okay, are you still with me, guys? Are you still with me? Hello?
Yes, madam.
Yes, madam.
Yes, madam.
Okay.
Go on.
All right, so I don't know how YouTube looks like now. All right, I'm not opening it. Hopefully everyone in YouTube is also okay. All right, so moving on to the next paper. Okay, Madam betul-betul singkatkan ni. All right, next is listening. So here kalau nampak Madam start dengan reading and listening dulu. Okay, reading and listening ni orang kata macam senang sikit. Kenapa kau kata senang sikit? Sebab listening dengan reading adalah receptive skills. Okay. So kepada teachers di luar sana, okay, listening and reading, okay, you have to tell your students that these are receptive skills, di mana skill untuk kita dapatkan input, okay, skill macam mana strategi kita untuk dapat input, okay. So candidates, you have to remember the listening and reading paper is all about how you use your strategy of listening and reading untuk dapat input tu. Okay, so listening. These are the most important tips here. Okay, so that means is as you can see, I placed here first round. First round apa ni, madam? First round apa? So during the listening test, you'll be given the opportunity untuk dengar recording tu 2 kali. Okay, 2 kali. So here, kalau candidate ni tak bijak, okay, first round apa yang dia akan buat? First round, okay, first round ni mesti dia pasang, so aku dengar dulu kan. So you dengar je kan. So aku dengar je lah, pasang, dengar. And then next round, you baru jawab. So what happened after that? I always tell my students, even in my students in UMK, untuk listening ni memang you have to set your strategy di mana first round tu kena mindset bahawa first round you kena jawab terus. You have to answer. First round answer, okay? Tell yourself, you have to optimize all your strategies, all your senses starting from the first round. You berperang. For Muet, you bayar 100 kan. MOD, you bayar 200.5. You berperang ni untuk Muet. Okay, so you have to do your optimum best. So your first round, the first round that you listen to the recording, you kena answer terus. Okay. Kenapa? Is because and after that you take down notes, whatnot. And second round, once you have answered the second round, mesti ada yang you tak sure first round kan. First round ada yang tak sure, ada yang miss, yang tak terdengar. Okay, so here you dah tahu dah di mana in the second round yang you kena extra careful in listening. Okay, you kena extra alert for listening. Okay, so here I'd like to show you, let me share with you the past paper. All right, so let me delete the drawings here. Okay. Okay, so this is the paper. This is how it looks like. Okay. For the old format. Okay. The old format. Okay. There's the fill in the blanks, there's still the short answer. So for this one, what's really I find interesting and I think is really focused about the new format is that this time, kali ini calon dapat fokus kepada mendengar sahaja. Makna kata fokus kepada strategi mendengar. Okay, kalau sebelum ni nak dengar lagi, lepas tu nak fikir macam mana nak eja lagi, and then how to write it out. Okay, so there's a lot of skills that's involved in the old format. So within this new format, memang ABC je semua. Okay, so ini rupa dia, part 1. Alright, part 1. So you'll be listening to a conversation. So when you listen to a conversation, especially if it's a male and a female, you dapat bezakan suara tu. Okay, so use your listening, active listening very, very carefully. Right? Okay, and then moving on to part 2. Sorry, ni part 1 lagi. Part 2. Okay, so part 2, kalau tengok dekat sini, dia listen to a talk. Alright, to a talk by Madam Sharifah, a career guidance teacher. So here, this is a talk. So this one, as you can see, it gets to a higher level. Okay, so here you're going to dengar talk. It's more serious kind of, a kind of audio of content. Okay. All right. So these are the options. One of the questions, and then there's part 3. Okay, so part 3 is the most challenging part, the highest level of the test. Di mana? Kena dengar 3 orang ni. Okay, so I'm not sure if in the next paper tu akan macam ni juga, 3 people juga, tetapi form is in the form of this, all right, where you have 2 extra options. Okay, so you ada here you have to understand, okay, you kena faham the main idea of the whole conversation, the whole audio recording, okay, the text, the content in the audio, okay, and so here you have to decide. And then you'll have to also answer these. All right. Oh, sorry. Then they'll have dialogue 1. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. So there's part 3 and then part 4. Okay, part 4. Moving on to part 4 where there are interview. Okay, interview. All right. And then lastly, part 5. Okay, it's also a dialogue. All right. So I would say, see dialogues, okay, dialogue 1, dialogue 2, dialogue 3. So basically, this is the paper, all right? And I feel this is much more manageable. Okay, nampak tak? Okay, any questions? You can place in the chat box, okay? All right. Okay. All right, are we okay? So that's basically it about listening. So here, kalau kita nampak, alright, bila you listen to the recording, the audio, make sure the first round tu you ada conteng dah. Okay, maybe you rasa, dengar-dengar, okay, jawapan A kot. Okay, so you bulatkan terus. Okay, you bulatkan terus. Kalau you tak pasti, okay, maybe you tanda kat sini. Tanda kat sini. Perhaps you tanda tepi ni ke. Tapi manfaatkan ruang ni, ruang putih ni, this white space ni, use it to your optimize it. Okay, use it maximally to keep yourself alert. Okay. Alright. So contohnya yang madam suka buat dulu. Kalau madam rasa A, madam tanda dulu kat sini. Okay. Kalau tak sure. Kalau madam sure, if I'm sure, if you can just right away answer B. Okay. This is to the first round. So bayangkan yang ni you dah contoh Contoh you dah bulat kat sini. Okay, ini memang dah pasti A. Yang ni pun pasti B. However, this one you tak sure A. So that means bila second round, you akan fokus kat sini lah. Sebab yang ni dah pasti dah. Okay, so it's important. That's why I say it's important that you set your mind that the first round you nak jawab terus and then second round you boleh check. So in my batch of kids, so my last batch, I had students for session 1. I had almost 400 students. Okay, 400 students. So baru-baru ni 18 Jun dapat results. So alhamdulillah, one of the highest marks was for listening. Okay, for listening. So ketukian dia memang diorang buat latihan practice after practice, and I tell them to do this lah. Okay, so always make sure the first round you answer, second round you check. Okay. So you can try this. Okay, so based on results from my students tu, memang dia buat macam tu. Okay, yang mana buat lah, okay. Okay, so you can try it also. Inshallah, we should help you too. Right? Okay. Moving on. Okay. All right, so then done with the receptive skills, we now move on to the productive skills. Okay, so for writing and speaking ni selalunya banyak sikit questions ya, alright. So let's see now. Out of all the things that I feel are important, these are the main things, okay? Okay, so tips. Number one, ladies and gentlemen, number one. Are we still here? Okay, hope you're still with me. Okay, number one is force yourself to complete at least one full practice of task 1 and task 2 before your test. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what I did not do for my IELTS, okay? And what I think would have helped me really helped me if I had done so. Okay, so maybe you all dah tengok, oh, ada sampel soalan, sampel essay sana, sampel essay sini. Okay. Dalam buku pun you tengok ada berpuluh-puluh contoh jawapan, okay, contoh essay, contoh email, contoh jawapan untuk writing, okay. So, okay, and so what is important is that it's not how many essays you read, it's not how many sample emails that you read, however, it's how many that you have done, okay. Only bila you tulis tu and then you letak timer. So task 1 ni, task 1 disarankan buat selama 25 minit. Okay, task 2, 50 minutes. So it's important that you time yourself, okay, full practice. Okay, sekurang-kurangnya sekali. So that you know kemampuan you kat mana, okay. And dalam masa 20 minit, you mampu tulis banyak mana. Especially for the task 2, 50 minutes. Adakah you sempat tak buat intro, 3 main idea paragraphs, and then your conclusion, okay? All right, so as a reminder for task 1, the email response, so make sure you reply 1 paragraph for each note given, okay? So seperti mana yang kebanyakan you dah tahu, email tu dia kan ada note kat tepi, alright? Notes, the 4 notes tu, 3 or 4 notes. Make sure you tulis 1 paragraph untuk setiap tu. So you kena tahu, examiner ni, yang madam tahulah, okay? Bukan sedikit, okay? Banyak scripts at one time. And then, so in order for you to make them happy and make sure that they read everything that you have written, that yang examiner tak miss apa you tulis, alright? Make sure you work 1 paragraph for each of the notes. Okay, task 2, and then for task 2, and also one more thing about this one, okay, about the note. For each note ni, make sure you develop your ideas well lah, okay? Bukan sekadar macam email yang kita hantar kat kawan kita, okay? However, email yang memang ada input tu, ada content. Sebab you kena bayangkan dalam email yang pendek tu, macam mana examiner nak bagi you jawapan. Okay, so recently I conducted a online writing class and I explained how to develop each of the notes, okay? And a reminder that examiner ni dia perlu tengok banyak perkara dalam petikan yang pendek. So semestinya, okay, if I were in their place, okay, semestinya ada kriteria yang akan membezakan satu calon yang level band 2 dan level band 3, 4 dan 5. So this is what you have to discriminate lah. Dia kena make sure you tonjolkan dalam your writing, even in the email. Yeah. Okay, next. So done with task 1 and task 2, reminder, master the steps to write an effective thesis statement. Now, kalau you punya thesis statement clear, okay, you tahu macam mana nak buat, insyaAllah your whole essay tu memang akan jatuh cantik. Okay, akan cantik. Okay, yang jadi isu selalunya yang madam refer kepada expert teachers, okay, expert teachers and Muet, mereka kata usually kalau markah hilang banyak ni, usually kalau calon tu dia tak konsisten, okay, dia punya point tu macam bertindih-tindih, ada yang dalam thesis statement kata agree tapi dalam konteks, dalam content tu macam partially agree. So it's this kind of thing that you have to make sure that you address lah, you keep straight. Okay, so let's look at the example of the paper for session 1. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay, so here, as you can see, 75 minutes. Now, kenapa madam bagi you tengok ni sebenarnya? Boleh je madam bagi soalan daripada buku, dah klik ke ataupun is ahead. Now, madam sangat percaya untuk kita nak prepare ni, kita memang kena visualize tau. And benda ni madam ajar my students. Okay, my students, I call them ketukians. Kalau yang ketukians you are dekat sini, okay, you boleh bagi tahu macam mana nak visualize. Okay, so here I teach them that you have to visualize, because whenever we take any test, okay, any test or any assessment lah kan, kita for our exam, for us do assignment, memang kita bermain dengan psikologi kita, kita bermain dengan kita punya emosi, kita bermain dengan semua aspek. So here madam nak make sure you all nampak, oh macam ni rupa nanti paper aku nanti. Okay, so you know that this means business. Okay, so bila you nampak ni paper macam ni, ni past paper, ini yang memang your friends yang sesi 1 jawab itu hari, right? So 75 minutes, as you can see, yang dulu sejam setengah. Okay, so as you can see here, you are advised to spend 25 minutes. So rupa dia macam ni. So madam sebut tadi notes kan, the big thing here is that you follow the notes. The notes. Ta-da! Okay, so here madam I suggest that you prepare one paragraph for each of these notes untuk jawab these notes. Alright? Okay, and then at the end, so paragraph, you kena 1 paragraph, 2 paragraph, 3 paragraph, 4 paragraphs, and then the very last part of your email tu, you kena buat macam ni, closing remark. Okay, something like that. Okay, closing remark. So kat sini dia kata 100 words. Ramai tanya madam, kalau lebih tak apa ke? So madam selalu cakap, okay, nampak ni, at least 100 words. So sekurang-kurangnya. Dia tak macam yang dulu tau, yang dulu format dia kata apa, it cannot be more than 200 words ke. So memang you kena kira sebab cannot be more than 200 words. However, yang ni is it's at least 100 words. So it's okay to go on beyond this. Alright? Okay. Okay, so next, madam nak sediakan masa untuk Q&A, so I'll pick up the pace. Next is task 2, where disarankan untuk spend 50 minutes. Okay, 50 minit. Di sini, for this new format, you can pay attention to this part where you can decide sama ada this essay ni you can respond whether it asks for a discursive essay, does it want, or an argumentative essay, or a problem solution essay. Okay, so semua ni you kena tengok. So macam mana tengok? You tengok dekat sini. Alright, tengok dekat. Okay, your teacher asks you and you have to write an essay expressing your opinion. So here, expressing your opinion. So this would, this is asking for you to write a discursive essay where you have to either agree or disagree on the issue given on the statement here. Okay. All right. So like I said before, the most important part of this essay is that you kena jelas thesis statement you apa. Okay. So Madam baru-baru in our class, writing class, Madam basically explain, tekankan how to develop your thesis statement. Okay, yang tu setengah jam Kita ambil setengah jam lagi kalau madam explain pada hari ini. So kita keep it ringan lagi. Hari ni kita keep ringan dulu, okay? Tapi you all tak boleh handle. Explain part-part paper, lepas tu go in detail, okay? So here we just keep it ringan dulu. Okay, next. Next. All right. And last but not least is the speaking part, which is my favorite part. Okay. So the speaking part and madam tak tahu kenapa, tapi speaking paper ni ini yang paling calon-calon risaukan, betul tak? Boleh tak share dengan madam? Bahagian mana, paper mana yang you paling risaukan? Daripada writing, reading, listening, and speaking, which is the paper that you feel you mostly dread? Dread, oh not dread, you paling macam risau kan, macam tu. Writing, okay, writing, speaking, writing, speaking, writing, speaking, writing. I'm scared of all formats, okay? Semua agak senang kan, writing for band 5. Okay, writing, speaking, okay. That's why, okay, reading. Oh, ada seorang writer reading. Ada risau reading? Speaking dengan writing, okay ya Asus? Apa nama you? Komputer you Asus? Okay, speaking. Alright, listening to. Okay, so kalau tengok majoritinya, kalau madam buat poll kan best. Poll. How do you do a poll? Create a poll here. Create poll. Poll. Okay, so I'm going to have open a poll. Okay, which is a paper that you most worry about? All right. Okay, so let me carry a poll for you. Oh. Oh, okay. Madam nak buat juga sebab madam nak tahu. Okay, you all ni, which is the Muet paper you most worry most about? Okay, so here, reading, reading, listening, writing, or speaking. Okay. All right. Okay, so I'm going to launch the poll now. Okay, I'm launching the poll now. Okay, so please answer. Okay, so that I have an idea of what your biggest worry is about, so that I know how to best help you all. Okay, all right. Okay, so Rama, okay, 153. Okay, I'll give you about 1 more minute. Okay, more than half have voted. Okay, very good. Okay, 70% have voted. Okay, 30 more seconds. Okay, 30 more. Okay, 50 seconds. Okay, there's about 40 people more. Come. I want to know. Please tell me. Okay. Okay, tak ada dah. Yang lain mungkin di bumi lain. Okay, ada lagi. Okay. Right. All right. Okay, so I'll end the poll now. Okay, end poll now. Okay, so I'm sharing the results. Let's see the results. Okay, can you see the results now?
Yes. Yes, madam.
Yes, madam.
59% of you are most worried about speaking. Okay, 39% most about writing. Listening tak ada orang risau pun. Wow. Seorang je. Okay, reading 5 orang je yang paling risau reading. Okay. Oh, macam ni ya. Okay. Okay, so allow me to save your results so I know how I could best help bangsa Muet candidates ni. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So let's continue for the last slide. So the last slide ni akan menjawab insyaAllah. Menjawab your kerisauan paling besar lah insyaAllah ya. Okay, so let me share the screen again. Okay. Okay, so I hope, all right, I hope that these tips would help you. Okay, so the main tip here, ladies and gentlemen, is the first thing is when we talk about speaking, okay, madam kalau speaking memang semangat selalu kalau Kelantan kata semangat selalu lah kalau speaking ni kak. Okay, speaking, now you have to understand speaking is actually a way for you to express yourself, okay? Dan madam paling suka, madam punya view, madam tak tahu kenapa, memang daripada sekolah menengah, okay? I found that speaking is a way for you to be someone that you are not. Macam mana? Kalau you dan kawan-kawan you, contoh, but madam dulu as a student, as a school student, I was a person yang memang confidence memang rendah gila. Okay, so during the test, di mana examiner semua tak kenal madam ni siapa, okay, I would pretend that I'm a confident person. Okay, and so the other candidates pun tak kenal madam ni siapa, who I really am. Yang madam kenal as a person who has really, really low confidence level. So at that time lah, sekarang confidence okay lah kan. Okay. However, dulu lah. Okay, so sekarang ni, try to look at it that way. Okay, what I'm trying to say is forget about what you think that you, the negative things that you think you are. So during the speaking test, you show yang terbaik, okay, during the speaking test. And so, untuk menenangkan kerisauan you all ada pada speaking ni, I'd like you to take control of apa yang Allah Ta'ala bagi you control, okay? So here, what can you control? Kan, dalam speaking test ni, you masuk macam there's this big environment and you macam, you kan macam mana, you macam expose yourself kan. tak ada apa-apa yang boleh tutup you. Macam kalau writing kan kita nulis idea kita kat sini then go on paper. However, yang ramai yang rasa macam menakutkan speaking ni is you macam mendedahkan diri macam tu. So there's nothing that can hide any of your weaknesses, and that's what makes most people rasa sangat takut pada speaking test ni. So here, ladies and gentlemen, take it as a challenge. Take it as a challenge that you can prove yourself. And prove yourself how? Okay, so Alhamdulillah, yang Allah Ta'ala ilhamkan kepada madam untuk ajar kepada my students is that you try to take control of your notes. Okay, so that's itu yang diilhamkan, apa yang Allah Ta'ala ilhamkan kepada madam untuk buat that folding kertas punya strategy. So here, alright, here, what you can control right now, okay, before the test is number 1, control your 2-minute preparation. Number 2 is control your 2-minute presentation. Okay, dua benda ni are two things that you can prepare for. Benda ni you boleh prepare. Okay? Memanglah tajuk, tak tahu apa tajuk yang akan you dapat nanti, tapi kan ada contoh-contoh soalan apa semua. The main thing here is how to get yourself prepared to prepare on the day, and how to prepare yourself to speak on that day itself. Okay, so the main thing kat sini adalah we are dealing with time. Okay, time. And that's what makes the speaking test most challenging, is because of time. Okay. So yang dua ni dia akan cover, okay, dua ni akan cover, dia cover for these two will cover for task 1, okay, and number 3 here is more towards task 2, okay, the discussion. All right, the discussion. Okay, so it's 4:13 already, so I'll speed up to make sure we stay within an hour. Okay, so memorize a few expressions to help you keep confident. All right, so of course the discussion is the group discussion. Nanti memang kita tak tahu macam mana akan jadi, dengan siapa kita nak discuss nanti dan apa pendapat dia. Okay, dan time prepare tu pun kita tak boleh, kita tidak dibenarkan untuk discuss sama-sama untuk group discussion tu, tidak. Okay, so here the only thing sekarang ni yang you dapat prepare is the timing. Okay, prepare yourself for the timing. All right. Okay. So task 1, the reminder here is task 1, make sure. So macam mana? How to prepare? How? So for task 1, okay, untuk prepare 2-minute preparation ni, you kena training diri sendiri untuk master the intro, 3 main points and conclusion in 2 minutes. Okay, so once you are able to do this, memang confidence you akan naik lah, akan melonjak naik. Okay, now in my classes, in my speaking classes, madam go in detail macam mana nak keluarkan idea, okay, how to control your note taking, macam mana nak ambil nota, okay, take notes and push yourself untuk keluarkan idea semua ni untuk your speaking test. Alright, kalau kat madam buat sekarang memang akan ambil 40 minit at least, okay, 40 minutes to an hour, okay, of how to go about it. Okay, so again, I want you all to digest yang ni dulu, okay, letak in your mind how you are supposed to do this, okay, your strategy macam mana. Alright, so ada rezeki nanti mungkin boleh tengok dalam kelas madam lah, insyaAllah. Kalau tak, you go through my YouTube channel pun ada juga madam bagi tips on how to do this, yeah. Right, okay, so to keep it ringan lagi, okay, madam explain terusnya. Lepas tu, of course, is the group discussion. Alright, so here you master how to keep alert, agree and disagree. Now the main thing dalam group discussion, yang cabarannya adalah how to make sure you interact. How to, kalau orang yang contohnya introvert, introvert, seperti madam dululah, okay. I was a person yang memang kalau kawan-kawan ada dalam 5 orang ke, okay, dan tengah sembang satu topik, mana-mana topik pasal drama ke apa ke kan, when I was in form 3, form 4, form 5, I would just, listen, okay. So that was me before this, all right. And so the challenge here is, when can we speak? Macam mana kita nak, nak cakap tu? Alright. So, what you need to master before you sit for your MOD, for your Muet, is that try to come up with expressions. Okay, memorize. Not only memorize, tapi you latih. You ambil cermin, okay, you cuba sebut benda tu, okay, pronounce it, and then sekali gaya-gaya tangan, gaya mata, and kening pun kalau perlu, okay, how you want to agree, disagree. So you boleh tengok cermin, I disagree with you, no, I agree with you, no, I agree with you, I agree with you. Okay, so you practice benda tu, okay, tengok cermin kan, okay, and so that will really help you with your confidence. Right? Okay, so let's look at the paper. Okay, paper yang past paper. Alright. Hold on, eh? Okay, so let's go past paper, past paper. Right. So, ayo. Alright. Chop, chop, chop. Okay. Right. So here's the past paper. Okay. Yang ni mana madam dapat? Madam bukan examiner, madam bukan MPM, tapi ada yang kongsi dalam Telegram. So madam pun kalau macam ni agak mesti MPM yang izinkan soalan ni dikeluarkan. Okay, so madam bersangka baik dengan siapa-siapa yang sharing, madam percaya mereka dah dapat izin, and so madam pun share you all. Okay, alright. So here as an example of candidate A's paper. Okay, kalau you candidate A, ini yang you akan dapat. Right. So kalau tengok candidate A punya paper, yes.
Dia tak nampak slide.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. Madam kena share balik. Thank you for telling me. I have to share my screen lah kan? Okay. Alright. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Now can you see it? Nampak dah?
Oh yes.
Nampak.
Right. Thank you. Okay. As you can see here, ni candidate A punya paper. And then as you can see, point dia untuk part 1 ni adalah talking about buying gifts. Okay. Okay. About buying gifts. So kalau kita scroll down, ni candidate B. Candidate B pula. Okay, so as you can see, lain. It's different. So candidate B, you takkan tahu candidate itu cakap pasal apa. Okay, so format lama, you akan tahu semua orang cakap pasal apa. So you macam boleh dah dapat bayangkan apa dia orang nak cakap pasal apa. However, kali ini memang sangat digalakkan, sebab tu kalau you all ada dengar, oh examiner tak bagi you catat. Okay, you catat sewaktu candidate lain sedang bercakap. So memang betul lah, sebab kalau you catat semasa candidate lain tengah bercakap, memang you takkan tahu point dia. Okay, and tu sangat merugikan. Okay, so maybe point dia dapat digunakan untuk soalan seterusnya, walaupun tajuk the for task for part 2 tu adalah berbeza, tapi dia tema sama tau. Kalau macam yang ni about teachers, talking about teachers kan, soalan part 2 is also about teachers. So here yang madam nak tunjuk adalah candidate B and A adalah berbeza, card dia berbeza. Okay. And then the same thing for candidate C, okay, doing a performance. And then also for candidate D. Okay, this one making special cards. Okay, yang ni madam ada buat practice juga dengan my Ketukians, my students. And nampak senang tau soalan ni. Sebenarnya soalan ni sangat susah. Okay, so you nak cakap pasal talk about doing a performance. You nak cakap pasal ni, yang ni best. Talk about making special cards. You nak cakap pasal apa? Okay, 3 main points. Just for you to think about lah. Okay, ni boleh try yang kawan-kawan you. Kawan-kawan. Okay, now moving to part 2. Okay, so madam letak tu task 1, task 2 dalam slides. However, dalam Muet ni dia panggil part 1, part 2. So maaf madam tertukar istilah tu. Okay, so here ni contoh candidate C punya paper, tapi keempat-empat candidate akan dapat benda sama lah untuk part 2. Okay, so as you can see here, this says you have 3 minutes to prepare. Okay, in your discussion, you may support or oppose other test takers' views. Some ideas have been provided in the mind map below. Okay, you may use these ideas or come up with your own ideas. And at the end of the discussion, try to decide on the best suggestion. Okay. And here, the title, you have 8-10 minutes for the discussion. Okay. So, apa maksud ni? 8 ke 10? Okay, so here you ada maximum 10 minit. So that means kalau 10 minit bahagi 4. Yeah, so here it seems like setiap candidate B, okay, expected to talk about 2 minutes each lah, minit lebih setiap orang untuk memastikan bahawa examiner dapat mengukur your level, okay, dengan paling tepat. Okay. Okay, so let's look at this question. Okay, situation. So of course dia akan diberikan situation. And so as you can see, tadi pasal teachers kan. So here's also about teachers. So here teachers play an important role in developing a country. In your group, discuss the contribution of teachers in developing a country. So ladies and gentlemen, kalau nampak dia the situation part 2 ni. Okay, part 2 ni dia punya level. It goes a higher level. Okay, level macam mana? National level, it goes to an abstract level. So here it discusses about an issue that's more towards national, international kind of levels of situation. Kalau tadi kalau perasan, it's about making cards lah, apa semua kan? Tadi. Your class. So situation, kalau part 1 ni, it's more towards apa yang kita boleh buat, okay, pada peringkat kita, peringkat sekolah, okay, macam tu. Okay, so yang madam perasan lah, tak tahu lah kalau teachers kat sini you analyse lain. Okay, so yang madam analyse is yang situation untuk part 2 tu dia memang it goes to national, international kind of level. So here you have to be able to talk, to discuss it in that kind of way, okay? More abstract way. Alright, so here as you can see kita ada knowledge. Okay, so by right, you nak prepare ni macam mana? You nak prepare, you sepatutnya tengok arahan kat bawah sekali ni. Okay. This is the main thing, okay? Students madam ada yang confused. Alright, so madam betulkan tanggapan tu. Alright, so here what you have to do is at the end of this discussion, just try to decide the most important contribution of developing a country. So ni soalan ni nak berapa? Nak berapa? Solutionnya. Dia nak satu je. Okay, satu. So that means dalam semua ni, okay, out of knowledge, groom future leaders, role model, instill disciplines, develop talents, semua, out of all this, you decide yang mana you paling setuju. Contoh yang tu, right? And then so you discuss in the group discussion, you can decide you can decide on one. Itulah, alright? So that's what it is. So bukan presentation. Okay, nanti you nak cakap, you cakap 3. That's wrong. Okay, so I agree, develop talents, the knowledge, groom future leaders. You rasa macam bijak sangat sebab you bagi 3 kan, you bukan 3. Salah. Okay, salah cara tu. Nanti macam mana nak bincang tu? So you dah melanggar, okay, the purpose of the discussion, which is to decide on one. So here, setiap kali you bercakap, you cakap pasal satu saja, one time. Alright, so that's basically that lah. Okay, macam tu lah. Okay, so that's basically all the tips that I have for you today. Alright, so let's go back to the slides. So that's the speaking test for you. Yeah, clear. Okay, let's go back to the slides. All right, okay. Okay, so now open the floor for Q&A. I'm going to put a timer. So I'll give about 10 minutes, okay? Kita dah hitung masa ni. Okay, sepatutnya sejam. Okay, so madam tak 10 minit. Okay, so any questions you may turn on your mic. Okay, I'm also, sambil-sambil tu madam akan go through the chat box. Okay, any questions? Ada soalan? Tak ada? Okay. Okay, so madam tengah go through the chat box. Madam part speaking. Okay, Zul Junid. Okay, Zul Junid tanya, Madam part speaking, kalau kita dapat soalan contohnya permainan video game adalah sukan yang terbaik. Sekiranya kita pun tak setuju statement tu, bolehkah kita kritik atau kita kena pertahankan permainan itu adalah yang terbaik sahaja berbanding lain? Madam baca lagi sekali kalau kita dapat soalan contohnya, okay. Ni untuk Zul, ni untuk part 1 ke? Part 1 Sekiranya kita pun tak setuju statement tu, bolehkah kita kritik atau kita kena pertahankan permainan itu adalah yang terbaik sahaja permainan? Okay, so here Madam tak sure you maksudkan apa. So okay, part 1. Okay, kalau part 1 memang you kena follow yang tu. Alright, kalau discussion lain lah. Discussion that's the arena. Okay, that's the time where you can say disagree or agree. Okay. However, ini dia minta you terangkan contohnya the benefits of sports kan, sport games. So of course you kena ikut soalan lah. Okay, ikut soalan. Understand? Okay. Alright. So Madam dah agak dah. Soalan masih banyak pasal speaking. Okay, so Madam akan scroll up. Okay, so the question 6 and 7 in reading test is more like critical reading. Yes, Alicia. Okay, Alicia. Reading for 6 and 7 memang is more towards needing to understand higher level things, the implied messages, okay. Memang you kena guna contextual clues, reference words, semua you kena guna semua strategi you. Yeah. Right. Okay, so what else? What is the difference between discursive and argumentative? Okay, so HK here, okay. Okay, discursive essay, so this is a very good question. Okay, very good question. So the difference between discursive essay and argumentative essay, okay, so this is based on the books that I referred to. So I'll show you the books that I referred to. Yang mana belum ada buku ni. Madam tak jual buku Madam nak tunjuk je buku yang Madam ada. Alright, so here this one Pelangi, okay. So this is Pelangi book. However, I suggest you get this one. Okay, there is a head. The left click, this is awesome. Okay, the writing one. And then also this one. Okay, also left click book. Untuk writing, Madam memang sarankan left click. So here in these books, okay, the difference of discursive argumentative in the book, saya kata argumentative ni kena bagi stand, I agree, disagree. Okay, discursive ni is more towards a discussion of issues. So here, Madam rujuk expert teachers, okay, Form 6 teachers. So here, basically discursive essay dan argumentative essay in the context of Muet lebih kurang sahaja. Okay, so di mana you perlu tunjuk stand you, whether you agree with the issue, or you disagree with the issue, or you partially agree with the issue. Okay. So that's basically it for to HKCR and to all candidates. Inshallah, you can just treat it the same. So make sure in your thesis statement you state whether you agree, disagree, or partially agree. Okay, whether it's discursive or for argumentative. Okay, so argumentative memang ditekankan you kena ada agree or disagree kan. However, for discursive, you can also disagree. However, discursive dia tak adalah tekankan highlight that you have to put the word agree, disagree. However, you letak pun masih tak ada masalah. Okay, because the nature is the same. Alright. Okay, so good question. Thank you. Okay. Okay, so Madam scroll lagi about 5 more minutes. It's 5 more minutes. Okay. Which accent we should use for speaking part, Madam? Okay, so one Hashraf, accent is not important here. Memang tak ada markah pun. Oh, kalau accent dia British, dia dapat 10 markah. Kalau dia cakap American, dapat 5 markah. Tak ada. Okay, so the important thing here is content. Okay. Nicholas Wong, how can I choose the right answers for reading test questions? Choose the right answers. Dijawablah. Nicholas Wong, how you choose the right answers? Okay, now, so for the right answers ni, It depends on which part, okay? So here, make sure you refer to good books. Reading book yang Madam sangat suka adalah Reading Companion. Reading Companion ni sangat best sebab dalam latihan dia tu, in the schema jawapan, dia bagi tahu kenapa B. So they explain in that book, Reading Companion. If I could show you now, I don't know where I put it, so it's here, my shelf. Okay, you could try that book, okay, for latihan untuk practice. Alia Maisara, Madam, conclusion tu berapa orang cakap for speaking? Seorang dah okey lah, okay. So memang kena ada seorang pada hari tersebut, macam kalau you dah tahu kena ada conclusion kan, you terpanggil, you tanya dulu kawan-kawan, okay, can we make a conclusion now? Nampak macam semua setuju, okay. Can I conclude our discussion? And semua kata yes, 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 and then boleh lah, boleh conclude. Madam, can you share the past paper for speaking? Share. Oh, it's I've pasted in my Telegram channel. Okay, yang tu pun Madam jumpa daripada channel orang lain juga. Okay, so I'll reshare it insyaAllah. Okay, Aisha, Madam, what if we didn't understand speaker, answer and listening? So Aisha, okay, this is a very good question and memang ini cabaran yang terbesar buat calon-calon Muet. Even IELTS pun kan. So this is why Madam sebut memang drill, you kena dengar banyak-banyak. Kalau you tahu kelemahan you untuk is understanding the accents, you need to spend time. Kalau you MOD 3 Julai, okay, ambil masa setiap hari pasang audio tu. You need to get your ear to familiarize it, and this is what we call it receptive skill. Okay, you can build your skill in listening. Okay, dengar banyak-banyak kali. Kalau you 23 September Oktober nanti, you ada banyak masa. So that means spend this time untuk memang you kena cuba untuk bukan dengar sahaja, but listening actively, trying to find the input. Kalau you dah tengok movie English kan, you jangan letak subtitle. Train your listening skills. Try to find apa yang dia cakap, okay? This is what I always tell my students. Okay, so Muhammad Ilyas, Madam, kalau kes COVID masih tidak reda, ada kemungkinan kamu buat dibuat online? Tidak. Kalau dibuat online memang Madam rasa memang tidak. Untuk buat online, MPM kena buat kajian, nak validate, nak buat validasi, macam-macam benda untuk online. So memang Madam rasa memang tak akan nak buat online. It takes a lot of validation work. Untuk memastikan test tu adalah fair, adalah adil untuk semua. Okay, IELTS pun tak buat online. Dia have the Rabiatun Najihah, they have recommended book for Muet new format, Madam. Okay, so Madam tunjuk tadi, you can go to my channel, Madam letak buku yang Madam recommend. Okay, my channel, my Muet Telegram channel, boleh search Muet with Madam Iman. Okay, dalam channel tu Madam kongsi on my YouTube channel pun ada Madam buat video khas untuk buku-buku yang Madam sarankan. Okay, semua bagus, semua ada pro cons dia. Okay, however Madam punya benchmark, Madam tengok writing. So writing lah, quick tu bagus. Formula writing. Tapi kalau nak speaking dia lain lah. Speaking mungkin pelangi ke. Okay juga left click. Tapi again my benchmark tu dia punya part writing tu. Okay, so in terms of Madam, kalau kita punya point sama dengan kandidat lain, adakah kita kena tutup point tak ada? For discussion, kalau alright, let me try to mute the mic. Madam akan tutup saya. I'll unshare my slides. Okay. Alright. Okay. Saya just now. Okay. Kalau orang lain ambil idea kita. Salah dia kan ambil idea kita. So here, this is what I mentioned about being alert. Kalau orang tu ambil, kan, orang tu ambil idea kita, okay je. Okay, di mana when they take our idea, dan kita tak sempat nak buat idea baru kan. So kita just boleh cakap, okay, candidate B, I agree with you. That is a very good point because I also, timer, sorry. Okay, 10 minutes dah habis dah. Okay, so So bila dia buat macam tu, dia cakap macam tu, kita cakap, okay, I find that your idea is good. I agree with your idea because, and you letaklah you punya reason kenapa. Ataupun kalau dia memang ambil elaboration you cakap, I agree with you. Yes, teachers, soalan tadi, contoh teachers, mostly because of knowledge, blah, 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 because like you said, So try to develop upon idea dia. Okay, so madam suka cara tu lah. Okay, daripada kita nak say okay thank you, daripada kita sebut idea yang tak ada kaitan dengan orang lain langsung, tak ada interaction dengan orang lain langsung, baik kita setuju dengan apa yang kandidat lain cakap and then kita develop, kita support pendapat dia tu. Okay, itu pun akan examiner akan nampak yang kita ni alert. Alright. Alright, so next. Apa tadi? Okay. Okay, what if redundant? Okay. Athira, as for part 1 speaking, we are advised not to jot down our points. How about part 2? Are we allowed to jot down? Okay, so most likely, based on my students before this, they orang kata part 2 boleh. Sebab memang logically kalau you dalam discussion, you mesti nak jot down idea orang. Okay, so yes, boleh. InsyaAllah. Okay. Okay, which accent should we use on speaking part? Okay, use Manglish lah. Use your own accent. Manglish. Okay, Manglish. Tak payahlah lah dengan apa? Lahma. But just use your own English. Okay, there's no problem with that. Since we don't divide the points beforehand, don't we? Now for writing, lain lah kalau writing, you consistent dengan British writing lah, British spelling kan kita AJSCOLOUR. Jangan tiba-tiba nak AJSCOLOR pula. Okay, macam susah lah kita nak tukar-tukar tu. Okay, Zuljunie, madam untuk paper writing sesi 1 yang madam tunjuk tadi, adakah contoh email tu adalah rasmi? Sebab madam kata tempoh hari kalau email rasmi dia kan bermula dengan dear. Okay, so that one is actually, yes, informal. Okay, informal. Christopher Chung, madam, I have a question here about writing task 1. According to recent briefing by my teacher, we are to reply to each sentence in the paragraphs provided, apart from only using the pointers given on the slide. Are we supposed to proceed with this instruction of writing based on pointers is sufficient? Panjang soalan you, Jap. We are to, so according to recent briefing by my teacher, we are to reply to each sentence in the paragraphs provided apart from only using the, okay. All right. Now, based also, you can also check with your teacher. Okay, based on my understanding, I'm not an examiner, however, based on my understanding is that your main guidance here is the note. So contohnya, the note says great, tapi you macam tak nak great. You nak cakap macam, it's not great, kan? So memang that dikira macam you tak menjawab soalan, macam tu. So your main guidance tu adalah note. Dan memang into each point tu you have development ideas. So mungkin maksud your teacher is that you have to develop your ideas well lah. Mungkin dalam satu paragraph tu 2, 3, 4 sentences. Kalau you target band 5, memang you kena describe banyak lah. Okay? Okay? Alright, I hope that answers your question, Christopher. So untuk menjawab soalan, note tu yang main guide untuk your punya jawapan, the response in the email. Okay, kat mana kena letak disagree and agree tu? Dekat conclusion ke? Okay, so tu letak kat thesis statement. Sam Carmen, okay, in your thesis statement, which is in your intro and also in your conclusion. Alright, now lagi best, you try to implement in all of the paragraphs. Tapi yang penting intro and conclusion. Kedua Azma and Shira, part 1 speaking how many minutes? 2 minutes. Yeah, part 1 speaking 2 minutes. For speaking, Reshma Prasuthman, for speaking, whatever the candidates do not come to a conclusion which side to stand. Okay, so this is a good question also, Reshma. Of course, based on the instructions, memang you kena usahakan supaya dapat one conclusion. Okay, one answer. Okay, kalaulah your group mates mungkin ada yang tak tahu. Okay, yang madam tengok with the practices I've done with my students, okay, with my ketukins, ada juga yang dalam conversation tu tiga orang ni dah pilih knowledge contoh, and then seorang ni dia nak stay juga dengan the other option. And so macam by right kalau dia faham untuk buat conclusion, dia perlu agree lah kepada yang tiga orang lagi ni. Tapi mungkin dia tak faham ke ataupun memang dia tak setuju. Dia sangat or they call it consistent dengan prinsip dia. So when this happens, and that means you boleh conclude. Kalau macam worst comes to worst dan masa dah habis, okay, then you can say, okay, we have come to a conclusion where most of us agree with this, and we have with both options, or where most of us agree with this, and then we have one of our friends who agree with this, contohnya. Alright, so dalam buku-buku ni dah ada contoh ayat tu macam mana nak cakap tu. Alright, so boleh juga kalau macam worst comes to worst, masa dah habis, seorang tu memang tak nak setuju you are, okay, so you can end up tapi yang penting you ada conclusion adalah dua option ni, okay. In conclusion, we have come up with a conclusion where the best solution to blah 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 is A dan B. Cukup. Okay, Dina, madam, is this meeting recorded? Yes, it's recorded. Okay, madam dah stream on YouTube. Harapnya jadi. Okay, madam pun baru belajar juga macam nak stream online on YouTube. Okay, so by right you boleh tengok YouTube madam, boleh tengok balik on this session. Okay, so a few more questions then we call it a day. Alright, dah azan asar ni. Madam, in speaking test for task, we only need to talk about the idea that we get it. Dan dengan online for task 2, we need to choose any ideas untuk kita bahaskan, then we must choose only one of the ideas. Yes, betul. Okay. Alright, nak tengok balik recording boleh tengok YouTube. Okay, my YouTube channel. Madam, kalau task 1 email tu dari teachers ke students, means kita kena reply dalam bentuk formal ke? Kalau ada hi tu informal. Alright. Madam, kalau candidate lain cakap kita boleh masuk cakap sekali tak? Means kita kata yes, I agree with you. Ke tunggu dia habis cakap dulu? Okay, tengok ada atas keadaan. Alia Maisarah, kalau orang tu cakap and then dah habis banyak masa orang lain tak cakap, you have to try to find a way to interrupt. I'm sorry, candidate A, can I say something? Kan tak cakap. So kalau you tak cakap memang tak ada markah kan. So memang you kena cari masa untuk cakap. Macam, okay, sorry candidate B, can I say something? Dia macam tak sedar diri, macam suka bercakap kan. Dan juga candidate macam tu. Jarang jumpa tapi ada. So you mungkin boleh bantu dia. Dia pun tak sengaja nak dominate the stage. However, yeah, you can help him or her. Alright, bagi kesedaran. Ada, okay, lagi for speaking task 2, we pick one point to discuss, or each group member pick one, totally 4. You tak tahu. So each case here, you takkan tahu orang lain pick apa, sebab you tak boleh sorry, keluar Kelantan. You tak boleh discuss dengan diorang masa preparation time tu. Okay, so di sini you pilih satu. Okay, you pilih satu, mungkin standby satu lagi, alright, yang mana you boleh elaborate. Okay, okay, Alicia Maya, madam, how to control nervousness when speaking this? I can speak but sometimes I'm too nervous. Okay, yang ni bab ni memang sejam, madam kena explain. Okay, control nervousness basically untuk musim selawat. Semua start selawat dalam hati. Alright, memang ketenangan tu memang you takkan jangka ketenangan tu bila you selawat. Untuk non-Muslims, you ada bacaan-bacaan you. Alright, that's my biggest tip. Selain tu, kalau secara spiritually macam tu. Okay, secara physically, maybe you boleh tarik nafas. Okay, tarik nafas. And then control nervousness adalah make sure nota you jelas. You boleh baca nota you, your preparation notes tu. Dalam kelas madam pun, kelas speaking, madam tekankan pasal note taking. Okay. Alright, Ali Yusuf, I control nervous by holding something much pen. Okay. Alright, so boleh ikut Alia, cara dia. So, masing-masing ada cara. Madam ada kena tarik nafas, sawat 5 kali ke. So madam cakap, so macam hari ni, before madam start, madam tarik nafas, sawat dulu, baru on camera. Alright, so that's my way. Okay, so I think that's all. Okay, masa sangat mencemburui kita. Alright, So I'd like to say thank you. Okay, thank you for your participation. Okay, your trust in the session. All right. So I hope that today's session sedikit sebanyak dapat membantu you untuk menampak, okay, where should I start? Okay, where should I start? And Madam mohon maaf, memang bila cakap pasal 4 paper ni memang kena ambil sehari, pagi sampai petang. Okay, kalau in detail. So Madam tak buat macam tu. I know my capacity, especially online macam ni, it takes a toll on, you know, our mind, our physical capacity. So kalau Madam buat kelas pun, one class at a time. Macam mungkin speaking sejam setengah, 2 jam pada hari tersebut. Okay, so dalam minggu ni, Madam mohon maaf kepada semua calon 3 Julai, kelas online yang live ni, minggu ni mungkin Madam tak sempat untuk buat speaking and listening. Ada yang request Madam buat speaking class, ada yang mohon Madam buat live listening class, writing class. Madam dah last week buat writing class. Okay, Alhamdulillah. Speaking class, Madam, I thought I had time this week, tapi I have many deadlines juga, okay, on my part. So Madam mohon maaf, alright. So I hope tips yang hari ini dapat membantu. However, kalau you perlu, okay, kalau you perlu explanation lebih, okay, Madam sediakan recordings, Madam, videos, okay, videos of my of all of the 4 skills ni. And then my friend, my comrade, Madam Atira, she also focuses on analyzing the reading test, okay, reading paper. And last week juga, 2 weeks ago, dah buat kelas. So kalau bagi yang tak berkesempatan dengan kelas online, kelas live Madam sediakan self-coaching package, okay, untuk membantu you. Alright, so dalam package ni ada Madam sertakan video recording of my class. But Madam memang tak mampu buat online live class all the time. So bagi yang perlukan bantuan, Madam sediakan video-video Madam. Alright, so all these packages boleh dapat. Okay, you boleh dapat dekat through my channel. Okay, Muet with Madam Iman Telegram channel. Ada details dia. Okay, so in the package ada video dan ada my notes, my PowerPoint slides untuk you refer. And then newest, Madam dah upgrade semua modul di mana Madam sertakan checklist. Okay, ada checklist. Yang ni pun Madam baru sahaja upgrade. Okay, Madam jumpa. Madam, I work on with my team of checklist di mana you boleh nampak apa you patut master, okay, all the parts for, to make sure you're ready for the test for your Muet. Okay, inshallah. Okay, so thank you. All right. If you need more help, inshallah, in our Muet with Madam Iman discussion group, ada ramai yang sudi membantu. Time Madam available, I will always go through the questions. Madam sempat, Madam reply. And I also have coaching if you need extra help. Alright, seperti mana Madam sebut, untuk preparation, untuk optimize your energy, you perlu ada kawan-kawan, you perlu ada mentor. Okay, kadang-kadang kita ada soalan kita tak sure tau, jadi ada orang yang boleh jawab soalan tu, yang you rasa confident. Sebenarnya kalau tengok buku dah tahu dah jawapan, tapi macam nak tahu, oh ni betul ke tak Okay, so yang ni Madam, initiative Madam buat a group. So this is what I call ketukians. Okay, ketukians. So if you need help, okay, so ada ibu bapa yang call Madam, boleh tak coach anak saya? So Madam sangat rasa macam luluh hati bila dengar ada ibu bapa yang call Madam, ada yang ibu bapa Madam, okay. So Madam nak coaching person, Madam memang tak mampu. Okay, I'm not doing this full time. Okay, this part time hobby, as a hobby to help. So kalau macam ni, Madam create the coaching program di mana you all the students, calon semua ni ada dalam satu Telegram group. We're in this big family where kita saling membantu. Dan ketukians yang last batch, Alhamdulillah dapat membantu about 300 lebih students, candidates for session 1. So Alhamdulillah. Ramai dapat band 4, band 3. Alhamdulillah 4.5 pun ada. So Madam bukan nak tunjuk bahawa this program is good. However, I want to be able to show you that there are ways in to get help for preparing. Okay, ada cara. Sebab Madam faham, we are all busy. Madam dengan Madam punya jadual as a PhD student, as a lecturer, as a teacher at UMK, and you are students at your university. You memang ada banyak subjek, ada exam semua tu, assignment. I see my sister pun ada macam tu. So she's really busy. And you are very busy. So that means you perlu ada shortcut. Okay, shortcut. Madam sediakan shortcut macam mana you nak faham. Alright, faham all the format, questions macam mana. So this is kind of a shortcut. Cara daripada you study buku tu yang tebal ni contohnya. Yang tebal ni nak faham sendiri. Okay. In the group, you sama-sama faham. Okay. So dalam ketukian group, seminggu, 2 minggu sebelum exam memang aktif. Semua macam saling bantu-bantu. It's so beautiful. So this is that's what I do for my students lah. Okay, so that's all from me. So I hope that Madam harap yang terbaik. So I wish all the best. Good luck to everyone, all my candidates. Remember that there's always a way, alright? There's always a way. Ada jalan untuk you nak capai target you. Alright, so Madam selalu bagi tahu my students, make sure you letakkan ibu bapa you ke depan. Alright, do this to make them happy. Alright, you tak nampak kenapa nak kena buat Muet eh? So Muet dia berkait dengan university punya entrance kan. That's a big thing here. So here niatkan untuk your mother, niatkan untuk your father. InsyaAllah Allah akan bantu. Okay, Tuhan akan bantu you untuk dapat target you. Alright, so ada even ketukian yang 12 kali ambil Muet. It's like, oh my gosh, 12 kali ambil Muet sebab nak convo, alright, pada USIM. Tapi Alhamdulillah, session 1 baru ni, he worked really hard. So Alhamdulillah, he got his band 3 and boleh convo. So memang kalau ingat itu Madam rasa sebab sangat. So Alhamdulillah, I hope this is a way for you to get your target lah. Okay, ada yang ibu muda, okay, want to convo, kena settle Muet. And this is why this is my newest passion. Okay, my biggest passion now to help you all untuk capai target. Alright, for your future planning, future endeavors and opportunities, insyaAllah. Okay, so with that, Madam mohon maaf ya kalau terkasar bahasa, kalau ada yang tak cukup, tak ikut expectation you all hari ini, Madam mohon maaf. Dan juga mohon maaf sebab ambil masa you all yang banyak pada hari ini, hari Sabtu ni. Okay, so sampaikan salam Madam kepada family, kepada ibu bapa you. Izinkan masa you bersama Madam pada hari ini. Tapi insyaAllah demi menggembirakan mereka. Okay, so all the best. Take care. Assalamualaikum. Ciao. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Madam.
Salam.
Thank you, Madam.
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 Thank you, Madam. Bye, Madam.